Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and visit with us. Chuck, you have a question for Miss Wood.
Yeah, Miss Wood, glad to see you joining in the fun and games of the political action here. Tell me this here. What are you bringing to the party?
What am I going to do for the part?
No,
Uh,
what are you going to do for what are you going to do for the city? I mean,
Well, what I plan to do is, of course, work on getting the infrastructure that we've got right now. We've got to make sure we take care of what we've got inside the city before we take care of anything else outside of the city. I also want to be able to take care of the police force. I want to be able to hire more uh, policemen or police women in our area and to be able to increase their wages as well. I also want to be able to help with the parks and recreation, be able to rejuvenate them, be able to bring them up to code. I also want to be able to help the senior citizens in our area with their community centers, be able to have them be more out there and involved in the community than just, in one certain area. I also want to be able to help kids and teens be able to get involved more with the community as well. I also want to be able to help with the trash around the area, not just be able to pick up around the trash, but be able to make this community, make this city more cleaner and more better than what it looks now. I also want to be able to help with the small businesses, and I also want to be able to help with the accountability and the transparency in Amarillo.
Wow, that's quite a bit
yes, it
on
yeah,
is.
that
that
you
is,
put
yeah.
on your plate there. How long did it take you to make this decision to run?
Well, when I saw that there were people that were not going to be able to rerun this year or have chosen not to rerun, I had decided to go ahead and put my name in the ballot to get off the sidelines and be able to help the community out a lot more.
Mhm. Some parts of our community feel like they're underrepresented. They don't have a voice. How are you going to bridge that divide between those who say they don't have a say in City Hall and what the actual things that happen with City Hall? How would you approach that?
Well, what I would do first is I believe in single member districts. I also want to be able to have town hall meetings outside of being able to just have regular city meetings. That way, if you have four different people representing each different district, you can have a town hall meeting in each one of those and talk to them individually and let them know what's going on and ask for their input so that you can be able to get what they're wanting to happen in Amarillo and take their input at the heart.
You made mention of something in the issue of transparency. Just where do you think that the city past has not been transparent in?
Well, for example, the Civic Center situation. Whenever they put that on the ballot three times, and it was marked down, it was passed. It was passed under three times where they voted down, and they decided to go ahead and bring it up anyway, and took it upon themselves to take the funds that they got and the notes that they got and tried to see if they could go around a loophole to still be able to try to tax the people. And I was so glad that Alex Fairley took it upon himself to sue them, because it's better to let the people know in the city of Amarillo what's going on than to hide it from them and then let them know later on, oh, this is what we did, and yeah, and then the people be mad about it. And I'm glad he took that opportunity to be able to take that situation. He won with it. Now I know it's going into appeal and everything, and I hope he wins that as well.
You obviously have a lot of knowledge about what's going on in the city. What past experience can you bring to the council?
Um, I really don't have any past experience, but I'm hoping that uh, with working with, I used to work with Amarillo Children's Home, and I used to do certain things for them and everything. I'm hoping that whatever experience I've had in the past with them, and as long as me getting out there in the community, I used to be able to help I was feeding the homeless and everything. That's another thing that I want to be able to be on my agenda, is help the homeless as well. But being out there and getting a part of the community, I want to be able to bring forward on the table with the city council.
You had mentioned earlier about our first responders, police, fire, EMS, those departments, and said yeah, finding more money for them. Is there any specific thing you would try to do or target to help pay for those? Because usually the alternative is raising taxes for that kind of fund. What would you recommend, or do you have any ideas on how we could get the revenue in the city to hire more police officers, to buy more equipment, to hire more firefighters?
Well, what I would do is I would first look at the budget and see what we can do to, um, you know, kind of turn things around, to be able to see what we need to do to be able to provide that kind of um, rageways or the equipment that they need or whatnot, to be able to um, get what they need. I just have to look at the budget and see what we can do to be able to fix all that.
You know, when you start talking about fixing all that, when you know, it seems as though we're going to have to at least expand the tax base or increase the tax base. Is there any way around that?
That I'm not quite for sure. Again, I would have to look at the budget, but I'm hoping we wouldn't have to increase the tax situation. I really want to steer away from that. But if it's, not possible, then we'd have to look to see what we need to do to be able to do that. But it takes looking at the budget and seeing what we can do to be able to do that. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we need to get equipment wise fixed for them, and to be able to, because with us having a lot of fires around here, structure fires and stuff like that,
Right.
it's getting a lot more to where we need them very
Yeah,
badly.
yeah, most definitely. Mrs. Wood is running for place two on the Amarillo City Council. You can, Mrs. Wood, if people want to find more about your campaign, or maybe they want to sit down and talk to you about some things they'd like you to address, how can people get a hold of you or find more information on you and your campaign?
Well, they can go to Sherrie Wood for Amarillo citycouncil.com. And they can also find me on Facebook as well, at Sherrie Wood for City Council Place One. And just get in contact with me and let me know, because I would like to be there for the voice of the people.
Great, great. Well, thank you so much for your time. And we kind of have a rule here at the chat. It's about informing voters and letting people know what the candidates are thinking and what they want to try to do. So, always an open door here. Whenever you want to come back and talk more about your campaign, you're more than welcome to join us. We're going to take a quick break. Sherrie Wood, pardon me, place two on the Amarillo City Council budget. Pardon me, on the Amarillo City Council election. You can find more information on her website and her Facebook page. We'll have those links up for you. We'll take a quick break. We're back with more chat